Afternoon, everybody. I hope everybody's doing really well. There's a few of you still coming in. Welcome to the first webinar we've done for a while, first of all, and to JDS Virtual with Dan, who is just on the other screen there. We're going to give you a tour of this really cool, kind of like a game, but it is for the corporate world, virtual world. And I'm quite excited to show you this actually, because I've been in there a few times and it's bizarre and it's actually really incredible software. So if you have any questions, as always, do feel free to raise your hand or use the Q&A tool, or use the chat, and then we can answer them. Dan, I will share his details afterwards as well, so you can always reach out to him directly, and we'll explain as we go through how you can try this virtual world for yourself at any time to suit you as well. So welcome everybody, welcome to Dan. I'm going to hand him over to you now, and he's going to take you through JDS Virtual.
Thank you very much, Hannah. Hi everyone. The idea behind this is really for working from home and bringing teams together in a different way to Zoom. So we're not always on video conferencing and there's no Zoom fatigue, but you can just walk into someone's office, start chatting as if you would normally, as if you're in a real office. So I like to say really that it's bringing back water cooler chat as opposed to trying to take over from Zoom or Teams. Yes. So the points that we're going to see today are an open campus area, which is just where we log in, and there's the tech support and a concierge service to help anybody out who's having any problems. We're also going to see an office, which is set up with individual rooms and a boardroom, and we'll see some of the uses for that and how we can customize it to everybody's needs. I'll also show you for events, there's a conference hall, an auditorium, an exhibition hall, and even a theatre. And these can be used for anything from product launches, AGMs, whatever you think of, they can be used for. So if we just move on with the slides to the next one. The first thing you'll do when you register will be to create an avatar of yourself. This can be as professional or as unprofessional as you like. And you'll see as we go through that Hannah is going to ably demonstrate how she can change into a Halloween outfit as well. So, and then in December, this keeps evolving. There's bringing through more and more customization for everybody. So I know a friend of mine, he changes his clothes every day in this world. And I know other people who haven't bothered since the day they signed up. So it's just whatever you fancy doing. To navigate through this world, it's all done through your cursor keys or your mouse. And I'll show you in a minute, there's a go-to button, and that is your way of navigating absolutely everywhere. On the screens, which you'll see, we can customize them. You can put up websites, you can upload videos or documents, you can put links behind logos. So if someone clicks on your logo, it'll go straight to your website. There's loads and loads of options of what you can do. Some of the people using this at the moment, they vary from very large enterprises who've built their own campuses, all the way through to charities who are just using this to train their volunteers in their own boardrooms. There's a telecoms company, there's an estate agent based out in the US who've got their own campus, and there are universities in the US as well. 3 weeks ago, University of Sunderland actually ran their Freshers Week from here, and on a Monday morning, there were 2,000 18-year-olds with avatars running around the campus. So it was quite amusing, to say the least. So I think what the best thing to do really now is to start the tour and just give everyone an idea of what I'm actually talking about. And if you've got any questions, let us know. We'll answer them as we go through.
This is me.
This is Hannah with her Halloween hat.
Raise your hand if you think that's a good likeliness of me. No one's raised their hand. One person's Zara. Oh, a few of you have. Okay, good. And I put my Halloween witch's hat on for you. So Dan, I don't know if you want to talk them through this page.
Yeah, so from here you can customize literally your headwear, your hair, your eyes, the color of your eyes, the shape of the eyes. We can customize everything. The only thing that we cannot customize at the moment is our physical appearance and our shape. So at the moment, everybody in this perfect world is perfectly proportioned and thin, but I do think they are bringing that out soon.
Sam said I look great. That's fab.
And Lynn says you've got more shoes.
I do have more shoes, Lynn. You are absolutely right there. There definitely isn't a good selection of shoes on this one.
So I'll be honest with you, for those of you who meet me in the virtual world, I wear shorts every day, but that's a bit like my real life anyway. So it just depends what mood you're in.
We're going to see Dan's avatar in a second, so you'll see what he means. So direct me, shall I cancel this one and we'll go into the world?
Or save and exit.
Yeah, I've got my devil horns on.
That's all right. So this is where everybody will, so when Hannah saves and exits in a second, this is where everyone will come into, which is the welcome lobby. And straight ahead of her, there are concierges from the software company who are there to help with anything. There's also an information point, and just ahead of her, there's an IT department as well. What you will notice is that the whole auditorium has been decorated for Halloween. So there's bats, there's grey skies, there's pumpkins, and obviously there will be Christmas and winter and all sorts of different stuff throughout the time. So right now I'm going to go and find Hannah, and you should be able to see me up here. Okay.
There we go.
So Hannah, if you click on your name,
yeah,
and then click shake hands. Okay, slightly awkward, but it did
slightly
work.
Awkward. I'm not close enough, probably, am I? I'm controlling this with my keyboard, which I've realised is easier than the mouse.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, I'll try again.
To the right slightly. Oh.
Okay.
All right. If you scroll slightly to the right,
yeah,
there is a bit more. So there's a table with a blue line around it. The people at that conversation are having a private conversation. We can't hear them, and it's only for people sitting at the table, and that's what that blue line means. So what we're going to do from here is I'm just going to quickly show the auditorium. So Hannah, if you could click on go to and then demo and demo auditorium.
Yeah.
I will meet you there.
Okay, see you in a sec. What do you guys think so far? It's cool? Sham says cool. I wonder if you're talking about that program or yeah. All the shoes, all the horns. Love it, amazing. Cool, good. Super.
Excellent. Right, so if we go up on the stage, Hannah.
Yeah. Did anyone ever play Sims as a youngster, or maybe you still play it? Does it remind you of that? Really reminds me of this, of that, this, of that.
So what we've got here is our auditorium. So this can hold up to 2,000 people, and this can be used for an AGM, a product launch. Anywhere on the sides can be customized, so we can put logos. If someone clicks on the logo, it can then go to a web link. There's lots of things we can do with that. Hannah now has up in the bottom of her screen a presentation tool, which won't work, unfortunately, because we're just in the demo area, but that makes everything work. So when you're
the
on
other people that have joined us.
Yeah, we've got some other people just coming around for a tour. Hannah, if you turn around to the side, that's it. And if you look at the screen, press the number 2 key and point your mouse at the screen.
Yeah.
Oh. You now have a laser pointer. So when Hannah is presenting on the screen, she's got a laser up to point at certain bits if she wants to highlight areas. If you press 2 again, that will go back into your pocket.
I'm wondering if we can turn these two down.
No.
Okay. So Dan and I obviously could talk through this platform as well, and then they would probably hear us, but we're going to keep talking through Zoom just so we don't get sort of feedback.
Correct. If not, we could turn our microphones on, then it'd be very different.
Yeah, I'm going to turn my volume down because they'll still be able to hear you through yours, and I'm just going to turn mine down a bit so we can just get rid of some of that background noise.
Yeah. Okay. Hannah, if we now navigate to the demo conference hall.
So go to the demo hall.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just looking at Lynn's question. I'm new to it, Lynn, so this is my 4th time in the world, and I just keep going around with Dan or the other guys from it and just yeah, following them everywhere and seeing what it can do. So it definitely takes a little bit of practice, but I think from the second time onwards I got used to it, and then there's like a whole list of shortcuts and prompts that you can use as well. So for me, actually, it's really quite easy. I think it just takes practice just coming into it, because it's a different way. The hand holding, yeah, I mean, Dan can talk about it more with you offline, or give you a demo sort of one-to-one. Sorry, Dan, should we go somewhere else just so we can move away from
All right,
this
so let's go to demo.
Yeah.
And then conference hall.
Yeah. We'll jump in there and then we'll get rid of that background.
Much quieter.
There we go.
Just so you know, I think at the beginning of lockdown, there were a lot of people who couldn't work Zoom. I'll be honest with you, I was one of them. I hadn't even heard of Zoom. And I learned that quite quickly. And this, after using it a couple of times, you realize actually it's not that difficult, because to change every screen, you use the same commands, whether or not you're in an office, an auditorium, or wherever that is. So once you understand the basics, which genuinely I could teach you in 5 minutes, and we are putting together a cheat sheet, so basic instructions, then it becomes second nature.
Yeah, so, I mean, this is so new in itself as well, isn't it? It's started in America, didn't it? So it's still very, very new over here. And I think, you know, there's so much that they're still planning on doing with it, as Dan said earlier, being able to change your avatar more, but, you know, that's just a very small part of this. So I think it's a journey that's going to be made with user experiences and the developers coming in, which is really quite an exciting time to be part of it. So we may, sorry, I was just going to say, we may hold an event online at some point for all our office management members to replace, we were talking about it last week, weren't we, to replace our physical events for the time being. So we may get you guys to create your own avatar and come into this world. We're just trying to figure out how we could do it. So we may do that soon. So watch out for that. Sorry, Dan.
That's all right. Okay, at the very top of your screen, it says seating configs.
Yeah.
If you click on that and you press some other buttons. Oh, sorry, we've got to go up onto the stage to do that. So if you walk to the very front.
Yeah.
I've got to try and navigate through all the tables.
It seems rude, doesn't it? Because I keep like barging past that.
You do get used to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Seating
configs. So we can change the layout of this room. And again, there are the tables, people can talk quietly. So if you want to do breakout areas, that kind of thing, you can quite easily. Or if you want to do individual desks, it just depends what kind of event you're holding. And if it's a training or a conference, then there's lots of different ideas to how this can work.
Yeah. Someone's joined us again. We're being stalked today. We've never had anybody in these spaces whilst we've been practicing this and talking. Like when Dan first showed me, no one's ever come in. And typically today, when we're trying to show you, we keep getting people join us.
So it's getting busier and busier. It's good. It shows the world works. So, okay. Hannah, if you press go to, and we'll very quickly do the expo hall.
Yeah.
There's not demo.
On the demo or the,
just expo hall.
Yeah. I love this one. So this, if we can't do our office management show next year, we may, in April, we may look to virtualize it again and use this software to do it. So it's really interesting, and you can make it as big or as small as you want to.
Yeah, this is literally like going back to the Excel or the NEC or any of the big exhibition halls. And what we can do is just very quickly walk in, we'll give you 1 second tour, and then we'll take you off to an office.
I'm going to follow you, Dan.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm walking too far. Now you run. Ah, here we go. It seems really funny walking behind you with my devil horns on.
I'm used to it. Right, so this is literally where you have stands. You can walk around the exhibition. Again, there's the blue areas on the floor. So if you go onto a stand, they're a private conversation. People on the stands can brand them as they wish with their logos, etc., etc. And then depending on the size of the event, it can be customized to a bigger hall, a smaller hall, breakout areas, etc.
Yeah.
So it's pretty self-explanatory, and if anyone has any questions, we can do a full tour on this. We can get quotes from the event team in America. This really is, the event space is pretty bespoke and can be customized a lot. So they're incredibly helpful, incredibly friendly, and the answer to almost everything is yes. So famous last words. So I think once we can get people on the software, they can see the benefits of it. Right, Hannah, and the go-to.
Yeah.
If a private team suite.
Oh yeah.
And you should have my passcode.
Okay. Oh, it might already be in there. Let's see.
That's okay.
Have you already gone into it?
I'm in, yeah.
Okay. I'm behind. It's just loading.
Okay.
What does everyone think so far? Different to everything you've probably seen out there, I would imagine at the moment. But you know, if anyone's seen anything similar, or this is really, really different, what your thoughts are? Wowzers, yeah, it's cool, isn't it? When Dan first showed me around, I was like, oh, and I was in the car after seeing it, and I was like, this is really bizarre. But actually, there was something I really loved about it. I don't think you need extra bandwidth, but it's probably worth having a stable internet connection for sure. Like mine is not at the moment. Mine's been terrible since we moved, so it's not ideal. But yeah, that's probably a question we can raise.
You shouldn't do no more than Zoom or anyone else. You're not using loads of data for this.
Yeah, and it's not live streaming in the way that videos are, which is the good thing. It is like a gaming environment. So which I know some gaming environments obviously do need higher like processing power, but not necessarily on the internet line. So it's yeah.
Right, you've gone to the wrong area, unfortunately.
I've gone to the wrong area, so I'm going to put in the different password. I think that was
the old one.
Yeah.
Guys, if anyone's interested in this and likes it, what we will do is, once you're online, I'm happy to share my password, and you can come in, you can try the office and just see how it works and how we interact. Not a problem. Everyone's welcome.
Oh, look, we're in the office management portal office.
You have your own office.
Yay.
What are the chances of that? So what we have here is, this is the welcome area, effectively, of Hannah's office. So if she wanted to, she could actually sit at this desk and see anybody coming in to welcome them. To the left, you could try if you want. There should be a button that says click to sit.
There you go. Welcome to the office management portal.
Right, so.
Okay, I'm going to stand up again now then and come back over. Okay, shall I follow you again?
Yeah, so just to give you guys a very quick tour, I'll take you into Hannah's office. Now, Hannah's chosen to have a logo behind her desk of the office management portal, and she's got her websites left and right. So Hannah, if you go sit at your desk. Now,
we take the mics off for a second so I can just see if they can hear, or do you think it will?
The feedback won't be great.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah. So normally we would take these mics off and we would talk normally through this.
Yeah. So if you press the space bar, and then move your mouse up, down, left and right, it's like moving your head so you can look at the screen. There we go. So that's how we would look around. So if you press space bar again, it will stop that. And so in this room now, we're having a private conversation. So if anybody's out in the hallway, they can't see what's on these screens and they can't actually hear the conversation that we're having. But if I want to keep it more private, I can walk over and I can lock the door.
So there's the door controls here.
Yeah, so then we can open it again. So if you want to have a private HR conversation, we can quite easily. So that was quite easy, I think, hopefully. Now,
Yeah.
Hannah, if we should show on the boardroom.
Yeah, please, yeah.
So in these office suites, very basically, you get, for the smallest office, there are actually 12 offices. So you also have all of these breakout areas that you see in the hallway. So on the left, on the right, so people can sit, they can talk. There was a guy who worked with his birthday the other day, so we decorated his office with happy birthday. There's loads of things that we can do. So this is our boardroom, which, Hannah, at the very top, it says boardroom layout. Do you want to show some of the possible layouts so people can change as they want to? So again, we can go to just smaller desks. Again, it's very similar to the conference room that we saw earlier in the way that it works. And in a second, we now have an empty boardroom. Now, the great thing about an empty boardroom is it could be used for a party or any form of social event. So what we also have is we have some spare screens that we can bring down. So I'm just going to walk around for 1 second. And you'll see some screens appearing with some pictures from OMP parties.
Go and have a look at them.
So some of you may be able to see yourselves.
Does anyone see themselves? Does anyone come to any of these ones? You've got to be in these somewhere, haven't you? That was the summer one of 2018, I think. Cool, isn't it?
And just because this is a brilliant piece of American software, and there's lots of stuff that we can do, you can flip. Hannah likes to dance. So that way when it turns into a proper party, you've got all the moves. There are other dance moves as well for you, Hannah. I'll teach you that cheat later.
Yeah.
I
definitely need some dancing practice.
And there is even a roof area for a concert, if that's really what you want to put on for the staff, etc. So that, in a nutshell, guys, is JDS Virtual. That is our little virtual world where you can hire an office. If you hire an office, it's a monthly agreement. And if you don't like it, if it's too big, too small, you can change it. If you want to build your own campus, then you're in for a year's contract. But I wouldn't do that for less than a few hundred people as a team. And then events, it's just done on a one-to-one basis, and we'll get you a quote for whatever that event is. And hopefully it can meet your budgets.
Thank you so much, Dan. Has anyone got any questions? Or Lynn's just posted, crisp quality of all the visuals is pleasantly surprising. I had a feel this may be jumpy info in the way original VC. Yeah, it's really impressive, isn't it?
So they've gone, ironically, for all the stuff to look like it's from Sims and one of the original computer games, but actually it's very good tech. So on this, just to show you as well, sorry, on the screens that we have on the left and the right, you can upload documents. Hannah could change it to her webcam if she wanted to. She can put on websites. You can upload. So there's lots of different things you can do onto those screens. It's not just websites.
Yeah, I think you've just sort of scratched the surface really with what's capable here, just to give a short demo. But obviously if anyone wants to see more, we can, we've got a little bit of time potentially, we can show a little bit more here now. Or the best thing is to get Dan's details, contact him, he can send you the link. You start by creating your avatar, and then you can arrange a time to meet him in this virtual world so you can walk around yourself like we have today. Or you can just come into it. Dan doesn't necessarily need to be here, and you can have a walk around and explore. The only thing you won't be able to necessarily see is the private offices like this, because there's that passcode to them. So yeah, so if you Dan, I don't know if you want to just type your email address in here. We'll send the slides and everything out anyway, but if you pop your email address in there, then you guys have got it right now. And then I will send the recording as always around with the slides You know, connect with Dan on LinkedIn so you can see the updates that are happening with JDS Virtual as well, and with this software.
Guys, I'll
And
put my
what's going
mobile
on.
number as well. Feel free to give me a buzz. Happy to chat it through, give you an idea of pricing, etc. It's not expensive. Just to give you an idea, this office it says Team Suite 10 just above my name in the top left-hand corner. That means this office is for 10 people, and I could give out 100 invites, but it means only 10 people can be in here at once. That's $100 a month. Everything's in dollars, so it's $10 a head per month. So it's not a lot of money. It's about £80. So, and then it goes up in 20, Team Suite 30, etc.
So you could hold a sort of virtual, you know, we've seen a lot of it on the portal, and for anyone that's in our Slack channel as well, of people asking about virtual parties for Christmas and Halloween. And I think this is a really unique way of doing something like that, of holding, you know, an event, a party. You'd need to plan it quite well, because obviously if you've got lots of people in the room at once, you would probably hear some background noise, and we're starting to look at ways that can be managed. But you know, certainly in the breakout areas, in those blue zones, people can go and chat. You can do an all staff update. You can play networking games and things all virtually. They've got some games already built into the software as well, so Dan can tell you more about those when you get in touch with him, if anybody wants that private tour. Hands up if that wasn't what you were expecting and you're pleasantly surprised, like Lynn is. Yeah, good. Super. I'm really pleased we could bring that to you, and thank you so much, Dan, for your time and for bringing it to me as well, because that's something I can share with everybody else. And it's a really cool, impressive software that, yeah, is low cost, and I think it will help a lot of people work differently compared to the typical seeing their face on Zoom calls and things at the moment. So do get in touch with him for more. Has anybody got any questions at all at this time before we head off and say goodbye? Any other questions or anything anyone wants to see? I might do another little dance or something for you to show. What was the other thing I could do?
You can samba.
Oh yeah, was it?
So if in the chat
samba.
box,
Yeah.
/ samba.
Yeah. Now I should be on Strictly, right?
I was going to put you on LinkedIn as having your dancing shoes on, but I wasn't sure.
Someone's laughing their butt off. Right, there we go. Right, well, on that note, we will thank you very much for joining. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Dan. Really appreciate it. And we will speak to you soon.
Brilliant. Thank you very much,
Have a great afternoon,
Hannah.
everybody. Thank you.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.